I could go on and on. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Dr. Lippington here. Dr. Lippington. Happy Saturday to you. How are you doing? Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Saturday. We're keeping it real today. It's makeup free. Just here. We're going to have a good conversation today on a patient's journey on how to manage diabetes without medications. Yes, it is possible. So give me a few minutes. I did just speak with him. He's having a little bit of technical difficulties, but should be joining us shortly. If you are watching live, hashtag live. If you are watching replay, hashtag replay. How are you doing this morning? How are you doing this morning? And if you have friends who have diabetes and you think should be on this conversation, please send the link to them, invite them. You could tag them. This is going to be a powerful conversation because it's going to be on the from the patient's perspective, so we can see, excuse me, what is possible. Now, as always, these are going to be medical suggestions. It's very, very important to come up with a unique plan for you and having conversations with your doctor. But it's possible to get off medicines. Yes, even with diabetes. You know, I actually have a special dance in the clinic when we get people off blood pressure medicines or diabetes medicines, of course, with exercise, eating healthy, lifestyle tips. I have a special dance that I do. It's a little dramatic. It's a little more dramatic than what I'm doing because I'm seated. But we do have this, and it's really, really exciting. If you are watching live, hashtag live. If you're watching replay, hashtag replay. And please, if you don't mind, drop in the comment, where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? We're in Mansfield, Texas. I think I introduced myself, Dr. Livingston. I help people live long and well because I believe the quality of life is just as important as the quantity of life. We're in Mansfield, Texas, not too far from Dallas. So if you are if you're at neck of our wood, put a comment. Let me know where you're watching from so I can give you a shout out, a little whoop to whoop, while we wait for our guest. Now, I guess while we're waiting, we could talk about diabetes a little bit and say, okay, so what is diabetes? Oh, there you are. I guess it's here. Well, yeah. Yeah, he's here. Good to have you on. How are you?
I am doing amazingly. I'm doing great. Forgive me for being in my bed. We have family over this weekend.
You good?
Yeah, we had some crazy stuff been going on with my family's health, but praise God, I am here. I'm so happy to be on Dr. O, and I'm excited to be a part of this amazing time.
Awesome. All right. Awesome. Awesome. So for those who are wondering, could you kindly introduce yourself, who you are,
Absolutely.
a little bit about yourself, and maybe and then we'll go from there.
Absolutely. My name is Dr. Al Simon. Been married to my amazing wife of 12 years, Dr. Taylor Simon. We actually got the opportunity to go to school together, get our PhDs together. So when people say life partners, we're truly life partners. We're also the owners of Simon Enterprises. So that kind of is a conglomerate of different things: Simon Consulting, Simon Collaborative Living, and then Taylor May Creative Agency, where she gets the opportunity to go in, create branding structures, websites, designs, graphics, things of that nature. And then Simon Collaborative Living, we actually help house vulnerable populations. So people that are on the verge of homelessness, sometimes people that are homelessness, elderly, MHMR, different types of people like that really need housing and stability, and we provide that affordable option.
Oh wow, I love what you. I didn't know you do all that. I mean, I
Yes,
know you.
ma'am.
I didn't
Yeah.
know you do all that. Okay.
I got a lot of different things, and then I got my full-time day job as well. So I got my hands in a bunch of different pots. Then of course we do ministry, but that's a whole separate thing. And we've been doing ministry together for the last 12 years as well, traveling and getting the chance to preach the gospel.
Wow, I love what you do. I love what you do. Now, talk to me about real quickly. So it actually makes me it more important for me to um help you live long and well. Because you do a lot of things.
Yes,
So let's talk diabetes. Tell us a little bit, as much as you're willing to share, of your
absolutely.
diabetes journey. Let's start with that.
Man, so Dr. O was a huge blessing. Let me tell y'all. I'll start off with this. My wife had to make me, and I do mean make me, go to the doctor. Doctors, not my thing. Hospitals, don't ask me why. It's not like I had trauma or anything with doctors. It's just never been my thing. And so I'm like, I can take care of myself. My health is fine. All of that. Well, last year, kind of ran into a wall with my health. I started just going to the restroom a lot randomly. Started having all kind of, my feet would go to just numb, fully go to sleep while I'm sitting down. My hands would just literally, I wake up in the morning, I can't feel my fingers. All kinds of stuff just started happening. I'm like, this is really weird. I thought I was just getting old. Now, note, I'm 29. So when I say I thought, I was like, is this like approaching an approaching 30 thing? Like, what's going on? Why am I experiencing all of these crazy symptoms? And so my wife was like, she said, I don't care what you're going to do. You're going to get up and go to the doctor. So she made the appointments, threw me in the car, and dragged me to the doctor's office. I'm going to tell y'all how bad it was. Right before we went into the doctor's office, I ate two double cheeseburgers, a large fry, a large Coke. All of this had sugar, so it wasn't the zero sugar option either. And I put honey, I used to anyway, put honey on my double cheeseburger. So this is right before I came in to take my blood test to see what my A1C was. All of that. Again, I wasn't even worried about my blood sugar or anything like that. I was just going in to get everything tested. Came in. When y'all tested my blood sugar, I think it was at a 469. And I had a 13.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
I know. Yeah. Gotcha. 469 with a 13.3 A1C. And didn't know what all that meant until I started doing some research, saw how bad it was, and saw that literally I was making choices that could choose to end my life. And so Dr. O was absolutely amazing, her and her team. They gave me all kinds of resources. And then Dr. O said, this is really bad. And she was very upfront with me, very honest. And she's like, you got to make some changes and you're going to have to take medicine. So again, with my disobedience and not liking to do stuff, I told her I am not taking medicine. And my wife knew I was not going to take medicine, but I understood how bad it was. I started doing some research and I said, I'm going to make every option that's available. I'm going to try and make sure I'm taking it. Then that was between working out. That was between eating healthier, taking the right natural vitamins that I was able to kind of do some research on. And I did a lot of research, y'all. That's my thing. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to do the research. I'm going to find the information. So lots of research. And I said, you know something, I'm going to take those steps. And so every morning I would get up and walk. I don't care if I had to work or not. I was going to make sure that I walked that day. I was going to make sure I tried to make it to the gym. If I couldn't make it to the gym, I at least did my walk at minimum because I saw the difference with wearing my sensor. The difference that just taking a walk, whether in the morning or in the middle of the day, really made a difference. 20, 30 minutes.
Let's talk about that sensor real quick, because that's a point that I want people to hear. Mm-hmm. You put on a sensor, you agree. So you said no to the medicine. I can't force you to take medicine. Yeah. I think I tried to beg you. Can't remember, but I tried to beg you.
You were you were seriously concerned. And honestly, that was one of the things that really drew me to you was after that moment, because I saw your genuine concern. I think you see doctors, and I think, hear me, I get it. Y'all see so many patients. And so a lot of times maybe, some doctors can become numb to people, but your heart for people, your love for people, your love for God, it comes out in Living Springs Medical Center. And so like that genuine concern for me, for my health, really helped make a difference. Of course, along with my wife dragging me up there too. So.
Yeah, and so you agreed to a sensor, that's the continuous glucose monitor, that would track your sugar so you could see in real time what your decisions were doing, and you let that kind of guide you.
Yes.
Was that convenient to do? Because I want us to keep it real here.
Convenience is a big, effective convenience, making sure that things are simple. Yes, that it was a simple thing to do. And the truth is, I was really concerned because I was not about to prick my finger every day. It wasn't happening. I try to avoid pain as much as possible. So all the pricking, I'm like, no, that wouldn't happen. I don't even like needles. I need to come back and get my A1C check. But I've been wearing my sensor.
I'm proud of you.
So I know it's doing good, but I still need to come back. I just hate the needle. I hate the needle so bad. But nonetheless, yes, it was a very convenient option. Pop on my arm, continue to go throughout my day. And I was able to see things that, like, hear me, I understand that there is a diet for diabetics. Some things do not work for everybody. Yogurt and berries, great healthy food, great healthy snack,
Really good, yeah.
shoots my numbers 200, 220 immediately. Like, it's insane. And so I know yogurt is not for me. But then there are other things that I can eat that other people can't, that shoot their numbers up, that doesn't shoot mine up. And so I feel like that constant glucose monitor really helped me to see what works for my body, what I can do, what I can't do, all of those different aspects.
Yeah, and the truth is, and that's why it's good to have conversations with your doctor. Your sugar should go up when you eat, but shouldn't stay up an hour or two after. Shouldn't stay up, and that's why I like the continuous glucose monitors. I don't like that insurance doesn't always pay for them, so I'll put that out there. Sometimes you have to pay for them yourself. Get one, put it on, track your sugars, make adjustments, and see in real time what your decisions are making. You mentioned walking. That's one of the ones I say after eating, an hour after eating, go walk. You bring your sugars down. Now, let's talk challenges, though. What were some of the biggest challenges you faced in making a lifestyle change? And I need you to keep it real, because
I'm staying 100% real with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Eating, I mean, I think when you're as busy as us, it's hard. Like I'm so on the go. So lunchtime comes, I just stop at McDonald's. I stop at used to anyway, all the time. Stop at McDonald's. Stop. Lisa's Chicken was my favorite place. That was some hot sauce. Me and Lisa was best friends. Not anymore. I had to put it down on my list. But Lisa's Chicken was one of my best friends. Going to go get Jack in the Box, all of that. And I had to be intentional about making those changes. Now, hear me. Are we talking about right now? Am I just 100% great? Absolutely not. I may go get Taco Bell sometime. I may go get something, that's not the best sometime. But my one thing that me and my wife, we talked together, me and my wife and God, we came together. We said, let's create a plan. What does it look like to give 90% of your meals to me and you get 10%? So almost like that tithing feature. Like, hey, you get 10% of your meals, like your 10% of your week. You get to choose what you like, but the other 90% belongs to me. And that's kind of the structure that I'm trying to build my life on. What does it look like to give not just 10% to God, but the whole 90, and I get left with 10. And that's because he's going to make the 90 better than I could ever make it anyway. And so just trying to bring in biblical foundations to my walk, trying to find different, I say, just like they put the flag in the ground on the moon, I'm trying to find different places in my life where I can put the flag in the ground. Like, these are things that I can lean into when it gets hard, things I can remember. I want to stay a long time for my family. I want to be alive. I want to build a legacy. That's a flag in the ground. I want to live a long time for my wife. I want to be there for her. I don't want her to have to go marry another man. I'm her only man. And so flag in the ground. I want to, I'm looking at my family and looking at their health and all the different things that they're dealing with right now. Just being honest with people, because I like to be transparent as I possibly can. My grandfather right now may be getting ready to go on hospice, because he's dealing with cancer. I know cancer a lot of times can come from what we eat. And so just looking at different aspects of my life and saying, I want to make the right changes to be around for the longest period of time.
Yes. And for the assignment that God has called you in the life of your wife, your children, and your world, you need to preserve your body. And I love that you leverage your relationship with God. I pray, like, sometimes, like, Lord, help me. I want to eat better, but this is hard. Or, and he'll be like, go read a book. You enjoy reading. You don't have to eat.
Absolutely.
So, all right. Thank you for sharing. Now, my next question is, I know you talked about, obviously, you're my patient. So you talked about my support and encouragement being helpful. Absolutely. How do you encourage those who are watching to advocate for themselves? Because you said you didn't want medicines. And some patients are like, well, not saying go tell your doctor, I don't want medicines, but how do you encourage people like yourself to advocate for yourself in the healthcare space?
I hate to say it, you have to have I'll say this: doctors respect a plan. Fine. You don't want to take medicine. What are you going to do? What can you agree with? What can you bring to the table? And I think that's just like anything. It's just like a job. It's just like anything else in life. People want to plan. They want to know that you at least have a direction that you're going to head in that's going to help your life, especially if they're genuinely concerned about you. Dr. O, the one thing I loved about her, I told her no medicine. She said, okay, what then? That was literally, okay, fine. What then? What are you going to do? What changes are you going to make? What are you going to do to make sure that you're meeting your goals? And you want that. You want a doctor that's going to push you to meet your goals. And here's the truth. And my wife said it as well. She said, if you're not going to do right, then you're going to get on medicine. I mean, and I think that even goes spiritually. I think it goes in a lot of different ways. Like, hey, if you're not going to get your spiritual life together, then like there's going to be something that you're going to give for something else. It's a give and take in life. We accept Jesus, we get a chance to go to heaven. We deny him, we choose. We're making our bed, and that's the gospel. And so, what are we going to do? What are you going to do to make sure that you're making the best decision for your life, the right decision for your life? Try it. Bring the plan back to the table. Let everybody see how it's going. Let everybody speak into it, because you're going to lie to yourself if everybody at the table isn't involved. And then y'all continue to change the game plan accordingly and move forward. Yes. And so you got to have a plan.
I like that. You have to have a plan. It's a give and take. It costs what it costs. So you pick the price, you count the price, or count the cost.
Absolutely.
And pay the price for that dream, for that goal, for that priority of yours. Can you share real quickly the numbers? So based on what, from begin to end, if you're willing to share, how did the numbers change?
I went from a 13.3 A1C to a 6.2 A1C in 4 months. From Dr. O, don't beat me up. Go on mute, cover your ears. I want to tell them this though. No, I'm kidding. It's not going to be too bad. But seriously, one of the things that really helped, I was and I didn't understand. And I try to tell my friends, I tell people this all the time now. You don't know how much sugar are in your sugary drinks. I used to drink 2-3 cans of soda, or here's the other one. You go to a restaurant, you drink 3 or 4 glasses because you're thirsty. You're just eating. Very normal thing. Sweet tea and strawberry lemonade, both 2 of my favorite things. All the sugar contents, y'all, that it had. You're talking about probably over 100%. I wish I had a soda can with me. Probably over 100% of your daily sugar intake. And we're drinking 2 or 3 of those. Watch this. I'm about to break it down for y'all. So that's all. You're already 200% in 2 cans of soda. Then you go and you're going to eat breakfast. So you eat a McGriddle from McDonald's. Sugar in the bread, sugar, just sugar in general. Carbohydrates, all of that's going to turn into sugar, all in your body. So now that probably took you from 200 to 300%, if not more than that. But I'm just going slowly. Then you get to lunch. You eat, let's say you go and get pasta. You want some spaghetti. Now you're eating more carbohydrates. All the things going to turn into sugar, 400%. Then you go to dinner. You eat again. Let's just say you eat some steak, potatoes, carbohydrates, more sugar, and macaroni and cheese, which was a normal meal for me. I'm just letting y'all, this was a normal day in my life. So I'm just thinking of a normal day. I also didn't include a dessert yet, but just regular things. You're at 400% of your daily sugar intake already by the end of the day, just from all of those different aspects that turn into sugar, the sugar intake, all of that. And so, I'm not saying those numbers are completely accurate, but I'm probably somewhere right in the ballpark of what it is. And we don't notice that. We don't think about that. We don't think about how many starches are on our plate that we're consuming that are going to turn into sugar. Then we go get the dessert, and we had 3 glasses of soda at the restaurant. And by the time
there's coffee in the morning, there's coffee with the mocha.
Oh, I didn't think about coffee in the morning. Yeah, coffee in the morning from Starbucks, sugar, 15 pumps of vanilla. That was my thing. Anyway, I used to, I used to probably have it entirely too sweet. But all of that, and you just live in life, and you'll be like, oh, I had a pretty decent day today, but it wasn't. And that's how we lose the battle against diabetes, by not being intentional, by not paying attention to what we're eating, by not just really sticking to, hey, all of these things are going to turn into sugars, and being aware. I think that's the big thing. Living aware of what you're eating, being aware of what's affecting your body. And like I said, making a game plan to move forward with it and sticking to it. You may not be perfect at it. My big thing that me and my wife talked about, it may look like this for a while. I may rise a little bit and go, but I need to be headed in the right direction. And I'll tell you, I wake up and my blood sugar usually is between 98 to about 110. I'm not saying it's perfect, but
Oh,
I
that
used
feels
to
good.
I used to wake up and my blood sugar would not go below 170. It was like 170 was my thing. But I started to see it slowly come down. For the first 2 weeks, I was stuck in 200s. Then I came down to about 170, 190. Then about a month later, I came down to about 150. 150 was my hard struggle to get over for some reason. Like 150 was my little limit. It probably took me 2 or 3 months to get to 150. And then from there, it just continued to drop. And now I'm at where I am. And I can tell the difference. I can tell the energy levels. I can tell um,
Mm.
like my daily. I can go. This is a big thing for me. I can go all day without taking a nap. Now, hear me.
Wow.
I still may choose to take a nap, but I don't have to take a nap, and that's a big thing for me because right in the middle of the day, between 12 and 3, I nap time, and for some reason, my blood sugar just loves it. Like lunch, it probably doesn't matter what I eat; it's going to take me super high for lunch. But then dinner does a lot better. I don't know. Maybe we can talk about that, Doctor O. But
Yes.
nonetheless, somewhere in that time, like it would shoot up in the threes, sometimes in the 400s, and like I had to go to sleep because I was so tired and so drained from all of the up and down with the blood sugar. It takes so much away from you, so much time that you want to interact with your kids, so much life that it drains from you.
Vitality.
Yeah.
Vitality.
And I was able to feel like I got that back. Like I can walk up the stairs and not be winded. I can go for my wife likes to do a lot of athletic things. Oh yeah, that's another thing I didn't say. My wife is super athletic. Like she she her and her health are best friends. Mine, we were struggling for a long, long time. And still not, still growing in that relationship as well. But like she likes to go on walks. She likes to go on adventurous things that I could not keep up. I couldn't keep up. And so it's been beautiful to see. Like she wanted to go to Astra Lumina. It's about a mile and a half walk through a park to go see all the different lights and paintings and art that they had. And I was able to keep up with her. I was able to walk and
No.
not be tired and be in the moment and love my wife properly because I chose to make changes to our health. And I'll even go as far as saying this: I'm married, so I can say what I want. It changed my sex life. I had more energy for her, and now she can't keep her hands off me. But that's neither here nor there. So praise God.
I'm really happy for you, and I find that having you come up to share will encourage people, not just for me telling them as a doctor, you got it, can't eat this, can't do this, but
Absolutely.
letting people know that there's hope.
Yes.
It's possible to control this disease, and you don't. I mean, yes, you do sacrifice. I'll be honest with you. I actually feel for my sweet tooth. I love rice.
Mm.
I love white rice, but I have learned to eat brown rice and
Mm-hmm.
other like proteins. And in fact, I actually got you talked about supplements. Live Pure. I got my shake ready so that
Okay.
I make a healthy investment. So these are plants. There are greens in it.
Mm-hmm.
They're plant-based energy drinks. It's not sweetened with sugar.
Yeah.
I have organic sulfur in here. I have all plant-based. And I'm doing that as a healthy investment in the morning so I can make better choices
Yep.
later in the day.
Absolutely.
And I'll put a link to some of these supplements. I'm big on it now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk more about it when I see you. Ways that you can, put healthy investments in the day that help control your sugar, and you don't feel like you're missing out so much because you feel good. The energy is great. Your skin looks good. You're able to enjoy all the blessings you work hard for. Now, for someone who's watching this, who's saying, "Hey, good for you," but I'm tired. Food is my comfort, and I feel like I have to give up too much. For someone who's newly diagnosed, how would you encourage them? What would you say to them to encourage them on their health journey, not to give up and to
Mm-hmm.
stay and fight this disease?
I tell you, a big thing, and this goes beyond health. This goes into your mental health. This goes into your spiritual health. When are you going to start choosing you?
Hmm.
When are you going to start choosing life? The Bible says, "This day I set before you life and death." What are you going to choose? And that's the moment I feel like I came to with my diabetes, and just with a lot of things in my life. I said, God is setting before us life and death, health or not health, health and sickness. All of the different aspects that it comes with, wealth or poverty. Which one are you going to choose? You have to make a choice. And here's the thing: both are going to be hard. It's hard to be sick. It's hard to be broke. It's hard to not be in the presence of God, and it's hard to not be in a relationship with God. Why? Which heart are you going to choose? It's hard to be in great relationship. And I ain't gonna say it's hard, but you have
to work. It's work. Let's keep it real. It's work.
Every relationship is work. You got to make an effort for it. It's an effort to choose to get up and go work out and eat right, but you're choosing health. It's an effort to choose to, start that business, step out on faith, trust God with it, but it turns into wealth. All of them are going to be hard, and you have to choose your hard. So you have to choose life and death, and you got to do it. Here's the hard part: every single day. Every single day. Every day you wake up, you have to choose, say, something, I'm going to do something that's going to put me in the right direction. And I think that's the beautiful thing of it too. Bite-sized pieces, it's not all at one time. It's not an all-consuming thing. Now me, because my numbers were so high, I had to make some pretty drastic, immediate changes quickly, especially since I wasn't going to take medicine. I chose to, like I said, research those natural supplements. And if we want to talk about those, I'm open to talk about those too, Dr. O. But I had to make some immediate changes. But you can take bite-sized pieces. Start walking, and take away sugary drinks. Start there.
It's a big one.
It's a huge one. I switched, and I know still not the best option, but zero sugar sodas when I want a Coke. Yeah, when I want a real Coke, zero sugar, it's a better option. And here's the key. I know you're not going to agree with me, but it's really true. You can change your taste buds.
Oh, are you kidding me? I agree with. I've seen that happen with.
No, not you. I'm talking about. I know a lot of people online ain't going to agree.
My bad. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm talking about them. I know they're not going to agree because I didn't think that was possible. I'm like, I like what I like. I like sugar. I like honey on my double cheeseburger. If I
never heard about that though.
Yeah.
Wow, I gotta tell you, I was stunned with that one. I didn't know about that. That's a stunner. Wow.
I know. I can tell the truth now since I got it a little bit more in order.
Okay.
But that was my thing. Now, honey on my double cheeseburger is probably entirely too sweet for me. Like, I ate a cookie the other day, and I know you hate this place, Dr. O, but I ate a crumble cookie.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
They're nauseatingly sweet. Oh my gosh.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying. I used to eat a box of those a week.
Oh my.
Now, hear me, we would share it between me, my wife, the kids, but it doesn't matter.
I'm proud of you, though.
Now, I think that was my first time having crumble cookies since I found out I had diabetes last June, May, somewhere in there. Mm-hmm. So one in the last, 7-8 months? Wow. I don't think but all I'm saying is those are just the simple steps you can take, the simple things you can cut back, and then finding healthier alternatives. My wife is intentional about helping me find healthy desserts. She'll make me healthier foods. We meal prep lunch because lunch is my hard part. We meal prep lunch. I take, do you want me to talk about are you okay with me talking about the things I was taking?
Yeah, for lunch, yes.
No, I'm talking about the vitamins.
We have 1 minute, and I want you to give people a power. So we probably have to do a part 2 to this.
Okay, that sounds good. And I'll at least I'll give one then. Berberine.
Berberine is good. Yeah.
If you don't do anything else, berberine and cinnamon, about 1,450 milligrams, 1,200, 1,400 milligrams with cinnamon. That's your thing. And then meal prepping those lunches, making sure that you have healthy options available so that you can choose them. Honey roasted nuts, different types of healthy chips. Find healthy chip options. Do your research, find out those things that work for you, and stick to the game plan.
Healthy options. Please.
Yes.
I'm begging you. I have begged patients before. Yes. There's no shame in my game. Anything to help you live long and well, as long as it's a good thing. I want to encourage you. Please, for those of you watching this, I really appreciate you joining. This has been powerful. It's 8:30. I'm going to have you come back again after we do a follow-up at the clinic.
Yes, ma'am.
And then we'll go from there. But I love that you were honest and that you were real. These things are tough, but they're not impossible. All right. Absolutely. So make sure you advocate for yourself. Mm-hmm. Have a plan. You can say you don't want this. And I'm thankful for the gift of medicine. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
We've got to use food and lifestyle to help ourselves live long and well.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you coming, and tell your wife I said thank you, because I know she was behind the scenes helping with that.
He was.
I celebrate you. Thank you so much. And any one-liner, last words before, just to tell our viewers.
Choose life.
Yes, sir.
Choose life. Choose life. Every day, wake up, choose life.
I gotta write that down. Choose life. Every day. Every day, people. Choose life. Think life. Oh, that's not, it's speak life. Choose life. Choose life. Okay, let's choose life. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on. God bless you. I celebrate the gift that you are. Okay?
Thank you so much, Dr. O.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you all for watching. As always, sharing is caring. And if you know anyone who's looking for a good, compassionate, caring physician to help you live long and well, and we have conversations like this. Yes. I am she. Thank you for sharing your Saturday with me, everyone. Have a good one. I'll see you later, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.